Hey, welcome. Today, we're diving deep into something pretty incredible, the unseen force that's literally shaping your reality every single second. Yep, I'm talking about your thoughts. We're going to figure out how you can stop being a passenger and really become the architect of your own life. But first, let me just ask you this. Think about it for a second. That thought that just popped into your head, where did it actually come from? Are you the one calling the shots? Or are you maybe, just maybe, being influenced by things you don't even see? It's a huge question, and honestly, the answer could change everything for you. All right, so first up, we have to get our heads around this one big idea. We are constantly soaking up the thoughts and feelings of whatever's around us. It's like we're in a river being carried along by the current of everyone else's thoughts, and most of the time, we don't even realize we're wet. You know this is true. Every place has its own vibe, right? You go to a festival and you can't help but feel that buzz of excitement and joy. Get near an army camp and you might feel a sense of discipline, maybe even aggression. These places have a psychic footprint. And if we're not paying attention, our minds just automatically tune into that frequency. We get swept right along. So that brings up a really important question for you personally. Are you a leaf just getting tossed around by whatever mood or influence happens to be blowing by? Or are you that banyan tree, rooted, solid, unshakable, even when the storm is raging? The goal, of course, is to become the tree. So, okay, once we start to notice these outside forces, we've got to turn our attention inward. Because let me tell you, the biggest, most important battle you'll ever fight isn't out there in the world. It's happening right inside your own head. Dr. George Arbach has a name for this. He calls it our inner enemy. And it's not some person who wronged you or a bad situation. Nope, it's our own negative thinking. And what makes this enemy so incredibly dangerous? It's sneaky. We often don't even see it as an enemy. We give it a home in our mind, we feed it, and all the while, it's quietly tearing us down from the inside. You know, this inner enemy even has a nickname, the handsome devil. And that's perfect, isn't it? Because this enemy doesn't show up with horns and a pitchfork. Oh no, it shows up disguised as an easy excuse or a comforting worry, whispering these beautiful, tempting things that seem so right at the moment, but they're leading you straight down a dead-end road. So really, our minds can flow in two basic directions. One is what ancient Indian philosophy calls Vikrit. Think of it as a destructive downward spiral. It just breaks your personal power into a million pieces and leads to total chaos. But then there's the other path, Vidya Matmak. This is the upward, creative, constructive flow that pulls all your power together and leads to peace, progress, well, everything you actually want. And the thing is, the choice between these two roads, it's always yours. Okay, so we've laid out the problem, right? The outside influences in the inner enemy. Now, let's get to the good stuff, the solution. How do we actually forge this master key that unlocks all of our mental power? Well, it all starts with a really cool and really powerful analogy. I want you to picture your mind like a powerful river. First, you just have to acknowledge that the river is there, that thoughts are always flowing. Step 2, you use your willpower to build a dam. You consciously decide to stop that negative, destructive flow. And then, this is the real game changer. Step 3, you redirect all that blocked up mental energy. Just like a real dam channels water to create massive amounts of electricity, you channel that thought power toward your own positive, creative goals. And when you really get good at this, you start becoming what the amazing Dr. Wayne Dyer called a no-limit person. Now, this isn't about being some kind of superhero. It's about using your own authentic, higher-level thinking to just smash through those limitations you thought were real and start actively, consciously building the life you want. The fuel for all of this is something the philosopher René Descartes called cogito. It's just pure thought, pure consciousness. That's the raw energy source inside you. And once you learn how to aim that energy, how to direct it with intention, man, you can break any chain holding you back and completely rewrite your own rules. So let's bring this all home and just take a moment to really appreciate the raw, incredible power we're dealing with here. This is not some fluffy, philosophical idea. The power of your mind is a real, tangible, and honestly, an awesome force of nature. I want this to really sink in. Every single thought you have is a literal discharge of your vital life force. It's actual energy. You are constantly broadcasting waves of this stuff out into the world. It's real. And how powerful is this energy? Just look at this. We think of sound as fast. Light is way faster. Electricity, even faster. But thought? Thought is on a whole other level. It's so fast, it's basically beyond time. You can think of the farthest star in the galaxy, and in that instant, a part of you is there. That's the kind of power you're working with.
But, and this is so important, not all thoughts are created equal. Weak, scattered, distracted thoughts, they have almost no power. Your average day-to-day thoughts, they get the job done. But intense, focused, concentrated thought, wow, that's the stuff that builds skyscrapers, creates timeless art, and literally changes the course of history. It's all about the quality and the intensity of your focus.
So, let's end with this incredible metaphor from Hindu mythology. Your mind is like a kalpa vriksha, a magical, wish-fulfilling tree. Here's the catch. The tree doesn't judge. It will grow whatever seeds you plant in it. If you keep planting seeds of doubt, fear, and I can't, well, that's the fruit you're going to eat. But if you consciously, consistently plant and water thoughts of strength, success, and happiness, that will become your reality. It has to. When it all comes down to it, the secret to living an amazing life isn't about your circumstances, your job, or how much money you have. The real key is in the quiet, daily, conscious work of cultivating your inner world. So, I'll just leave you with this one last thing to think about. If your mind really is a garden and your thoughts are the seeds, what are you going to choose to plant today?